Hi, I'm going to introduce the Prolo Quote to Go. It is an app that is available on the iPad. The premise of the app is that it is for visual communication. It is a prelude usually to voice output devices. One of the reasons the app is such a big deal is because at one point in time, if we were looking for an augmentative device for a student, voice output, then they had to go through a very lengthy process and augmentative evaluation. And at that point, they would decide if they were suitable candidates and if they were exactly what devices they were going to use with them. Devices could range from 10 to 20,000 up to 50 to 60,000. Typically, those were paid for via Medicaid or private insurance. Usually only 1 to 2 maximum was purchased for the student in their lifetime. So it was a huge responsibility for the educators to decide, is this something that we should get or not? This app enables us to have that to utilize with students prior to making any of those decisions, or to use the information that we gain from that in making those decisions. And sometimes the app is all they need for basic communication. The upside with the app is that you can take it and use it in the classroom. It can be purchased with a classroom budget. Fortunately, it's in the way of apps possibly expensive, but when you think about what you can do with it, not. It is a $300 app. We are fortunate enough to have it in our classroom, so that it was purchased with classroom funds. I'm able to use it with multiple students, and it will stay in the classroom, does not have to go on with any other students. Prerequisites to using the app are very important. Typically, we look for a student to be able to be using a visual communication system. By that, typically we are talking about the Picture Exchange Communication System, PECS. It is very different from giving students visual choices. It is a highly structured, leveled teaching system that we use with them. When they are up to using about 6, 8 visuals and can go from a field from there, then it probably means that they're going to be a good candidate for using a device. Also, we want to see them discriminating on a high level, PECS 3B, possibly 4. It's not something you would just pick up and decide to experiment with a student. It's something that you need to do a lot of prep work, teaching-wise, in the classroom before they're ready for it. At this point, I'm going to go into the app. This is the home screen for the student that we have designed the device to be used for. He is in the very initial stages of using it. So right now, he can ask for things that he wants.
Snack.
When you get into the device, you can see that the anchors are set up. Those remain the same on the pages. You can tell they're an anchor because it's just a plain box. That helps the student visualize the difference between the folders that we have set up, which have the tabs. The folders, once we have those set up, they can open and they can go into those, and that gives them the ability to request items in those folders or to perform class activities inside those folders. And then, if you notice, when I hit snack, it went to choices. That's the great thing about this app, is that you can set it up to have categories, so you can go from one to another. So when he says that he wants snack, he can choose,
I want Fruit Loops.
And he can tell me,
I want more juice.
Or he can tell me,
all done. Pudding.
Now that you've seen the way we have it set up for the particular student that we're using it with right now, I will show you. If you go in at the bottom, there are other settings. You can change the appearance and change the grammar, the speech, the voice can sound different. Also, you can go over here. It will pull up. It is set up for grid right now. You can set it up for typing. If you had a student that wanted to type in their responses, they could do that. You can also clear it out when you're done. And then you can also look, if you go under recents, if I wanted to go in and track exactly what this student had said, then I could look at that for main link veterans, for MLUs, tracking that. Also, if I was in a group setting and I wanted to see how they were responding to some of the academic things. And then the grid is set up to take us home. And there you have the Prolo Quote to Go.